Found it in the bottom drawer, between old keys and things we swore we'd never lose, but somehow did. That silver lighter half unlit, it scratched from nights we couldn't sleep, from gas station talks and secrets deep. You'd flick it on to spark a smoke, but mostly just to watch it glow. It danced between your trembling hands, a flame too small to understand, but every time you lit the dark, it warmed the corners of my heart. The lighter still flickers, though you are gone, like a whisper trapped inside a song. The flame don't lie, it don't pretend, it burns for things that didn't end. Though ashes settle, smoke has flown, the fire knows what I've outgrown. You light it in the pouring rain, said fire don't fear a little pain, and maybe love is built like that, a stubborn spark in weathered hands. You left one night, no big goodbye, just headlights swallowed by the sky. But in the mirror I swear I saw that lighter burning through it all. It's been some years since you were here, but every match just feels too clear. No other flame has burned the same. They warm the skin but not the name. The lighter still flickers in my chest, a pulse beneath the leather vest. Each click recalls your midnight laugh, and every silence splits in half. You're not a ghost, you're not a dream, you're just a flame in gasoline. I took it out the other night, held it close beneath the light. The wind was fierce, the streets were bare, but I could feel you standing there. I struck it once, the flame rose high, and in its glow I heard you sigh. No words, no shape, just glowing breath, a kiss that danced along with death. Now every song I write, I start by striking flame, embracing heart. It's not a ritual or spell, it's just the only way I tell that the lighter still flickers through every chord, through every truth I can't afford. And when the bridge begins to shake, it's fire that helps the silence break. You lit the fuse, you wrote the line, and now the chorus burns like wine. I tried to throw it once or twice, to trade the past for something nice, but no new spark could match your blaze, and no new hand could hold that phase. So I keep it close, not for the smoke, but for the vow it still evolves, that even love that slips the skin can live in metal, fire, and wind. The lighter still flickers, small a stubborn flame that speaks of you. Not loud, not proud, but always near, a whisper made of heat and fear. Until I fade and matches die, that flame will write our last goodbye. It didn't break like shattered glass, no thunderstorm, no midnight crash, just faded lines and slipping touch, a quiet ache that spoke too much. No screaming fights, no slamming doors, just space expanding between our floors. We held on tight, too scared to fall, but love ain't love when it feels this small. You brushed my hand like I might bruise, with that soft regret we both refused. And I smiled like I couldn't feel the truth we never let turn real. These are the soft edges of a broken heart, where the pain don't rip, it slowly starts. No bloody the soft edges of a broken heart. We kiss like habit, not like fire, like two ghosts dancing out desire. The words grew short, the nights grew long, and silence started writing songs. I watched you fold your favorite dress, not with anger, just quiet finesse, like you were leaving for a day or two. But every fold said I'm through with you. We talked of things we'd never do, of dreams we both outgrew too soon. And though we tried to fake the tune, even harmony can lose the moon. Broken heart, where love dissolves instead of departs, where goodbyes come in half-closed eyes and hugs feel more like alibis. It didn't scream, it didn't scar, just pulled us gently from who we are. Left a note beside the sink, a quiet line, a steadying. No drama there, just grace and weight, a lowercase way to meet our fate. I sat for hours still in bed, replaying all the words unsaid. And in the mirror, through the steam, I saw a man who lost the dream. Now every street is shapes of you, and laughter I once listened through. And every song that drifts my way still asks me why you couldn't stay. These are the soft edges of a broken heart, where endings feel like fragile art. No rips trembling hands and voices low. And maybe that's the worst of all, to feel the fall but not the call, to love someone so deep, so wide, and never know just where it died. But I'll keep walking soft and slow, in shoes you bought so long ago, still carrying a love once bright, now folded into silent night. These are the soft edges of a broken heart, still bleeding slow, still torn apart. And though the pain wears satin skin, it cuts the same, it sinks within. No final scream, no sharp restart, just soft, relentless, tearing apart. You didn't leave with fireworks, no shattered glass, no final words. Just closed the door with practiced grace and left your echo in this place. The light stayed on, the coffee cold, the room still dressed in marigold. But silence isn't truly still when memories got time to kill. I reach for sleep but fall too short. Each night's a loop of your last chord. You sang my name like it was prayer. Now every wall still holds it there. Your voice on repeat in the static of my soul, like a record with skips, it plays, it drags me through a broken hymn of me and you. No volume knob, no final beat, just your voice on repeat. I burned the letters, tossed the frames, tried drowning out your haunted name. But love don't leave when bodies do, it lingers in the quiet blue. You used to hum beneath your breath a little tune that cheated death. Now even when through alley grates reminds me how goodbye translates. I tried to chase new melodies, but none could match your minor keys. I tried to kiss the past goodbye, but it sings back with your reply. Your voice on repeat, playing tricks inside my head, like lullabies from what we said. It weaves through dreams and morning rain and pulls me back to feel again. Each whisper stitched in tangled heat. Your voice on repeat. Maybe love was just a song that found the stage but played too long. Maybe fate just missed its cue, or maybe I just never knew. But you knew
pretend. You knew the chorus that I feared, the one that plays when no one's near. I keep the speakers low at night, still hoping for your voice in flight. A ghost in vinyl, warm and real, the sound of scars that never heal. Your voice on repeat, in the tremble of the floor, like you just walked in through that door. I hear it when the thunder calls, in empty bars and bathroom stalls. No pause, no skip, no fast lead. Your voice on repeat. I wrote a song without your name, but every line still bleeds the same. I tried to lie in major keys, but truth slips out between the beats. The world keeps spinning, that's the lie. I'm stuck where you told me goodbye, and every loop just starts again, like pain's a playlist without end. Your voice on repeat, it's the chorus I can't kill. It haunts the spaces soft and still. No auto-tune, no clean escape, just echoes wrapped in love and tape. I live between the sweet and sweet in your voice on repeat.
The stage was small, the lights were low. A crowd of strangers, faces aglow. But we stood center, hand in hand, pretending love could take a stand. You wore your fear like vintage lace. I wore regret across my face. We smiled like actors in their prime, but every glance betrayed the time. We sang the lines we once believed, but both our hearts had long since grieved. The chords were right, the timing tight, but nothing real beneath the line. This is the curtain call for two, for everything we couldn't do. We danced through fire, we mined the grace, but love can't live on just a face. So bow your head and take your cue. This was the final scene for two. We played our parts through years of shows, in cities drenched with highs and lows. The world applauded every kiss, but never saw the cracks in this. Backstage was where we came undone. The lights went off, the silence won. sleepless eyes. The costume fits but truth denies, and every spotlight warm and wide just burned the love we used to hide. They cheered when you said one last line. They never saw you weren't fine. And when I strummed the final chord, the crowd just begged for one verse more. But we both knew the page was torn, the script too tired, the roles too worn. You looked at me with quiet grace, and we both stepped out of the space. This is the curtain call for two. No encore's left, no more to do. No rose to catch, no line to say. Just two performers walking brave. The house goes dark, the echoes through. Goodbye, my love, and quiet view. We'll find new roles on different days, on separate stages, separate plays. But somewhere in the crowd tonight, they'll feel the weight behind the light. We gave them tears, we gave them truth, we gave our all, we gave our youth. And though the script is closing now, they'll never know just why or how. This is the curtain call for two. The last goodbye, dressed up as new. We'll leave the stage with hands held high, but break apart behind the sky. No final kiss, no grand adieu. Just fading lights and me. And you. Drop the needle, let it spin. This room remembers where we've been. The static hums a soft lament for every word we never meant. The windows fog, the whiskey's low. Your shadow dances soft and slow. A record cracks where we once kissed, a song that time refused to twist. We didn't burn, we didn't freeze, just faded out with subtle ease. You held me close in minor keys, then left with wind beneath your knees. Vinyl silence knew. You whispered secrets into grooves. I answered back in shifting moods. Together raw, together flawed, but always struck like lightning on. Your perfume lived in every chord. Your name became my fretboard sword. We carved our vows in sonic ink, then watched them tremble, watched them sink. I tried to play a different song, but every note just sounded wrong. The needle finds your name again, and I'm back where we didn't end. You in leather, me in lace, the music high, the breathing chaste. Our fingertips like strings on flame, a melody I couldn't tame. No label marked what we became, just B-sides pressed in ash and rain. But love don't ask to be defined. It lives in skips, it's not confined. The needle lifts, the silence lands, yet still you tremble in my hands. No album sleeve could hold your flame, no back cover could bear your name. But when the night is soft and wide, and stars lean low like love once tried, I drop the needle, close my eyes, and feel you move through velvet skies. Final wounds and velvet skies, a love that turns but never flies. We were a song too sharp to chart, but pressed in full across.
there where no one else could see. Between the chords and LED, the crowd was loud, the night was wild, but you just looked at me and smiled. Your past hung loose around your neck, my shirt was torn, my voice a wreck. You said no need for pretty lies, then kissed the tremble in my sighs. The stage was calling, lights went red, but your touch played inside my head. We didn't need the world to cheer, just whispered truths no one could hear. Backstage promises written in skin, softer than spotlights, louder within. You said you'd stay through the rise and fall, not just the show, but after it all. In every echo, in every scream, we built a vow behind the dream. The dressing room was dim and cold, but you lit fire through the fold. You traced my scars like they were notes, and held me close in worn out coats. I gave you songs that hadn't formed, you gave me calm inside the storm. And when they roared for one more song, I heard your heartbeat all along. They saw the encore, heard the roar, but never knew what we had swore. We made no deals beneath the stage, just fragile hands on turning page. Backstage promises kissed in delay. The world went home, but you would stay. No autographs, no magazine, just you and me, no in between. We lived in silence after the sound, where love was real, not just profound. You caught me breaking night by night, and held the pieces out of sight. You knew my name before the fame, before the songs, before the flame. I sang to thousands, died each show, but you're the voice that helped me grow. And though the stage lights fade and burn, backstage you wait for my return. But time, like chords, begins to slip, and promises lose strength and grip. You stood through tours and tired years, until the silence grew too near. I missed your tears behind the glass, kept chasing noise, let seasons pass. You packed your bags behind the door, and whispered, I can't wait no more. Backstage promises frayed at the edge, we wrote in whispers, broke by the ledge. The truth don't shine like polished sound, it fades when no one is around. I played too long, forgot the part where love needs more than a beating heart. Now every green room haunts me still, with ghosts of what I didn't fill. And every stage I take alone feels like a song without its tone. I see your name in every light, in echoes fading into night. But no applause can bring you back, no perfect set can bridge that crack. Backstage promises lost in the haze, a love that slipped between the plays. But if you're out there, hear this song, I know what I did wrong. The crowd may cheer, the curtain rise, but it's your silence that cuts and ties. So one last chord, one final line, for the love I left behind. Not on the record, not on the chart, but etched forever on my heart. Backstage still waits for we.
I watched you from the front row haze, your silhouette in amber blaze. 1,000 eyes, 1,000 cheers, but only yours could cut through years. You stood beneath the blinding glare. The crowd was loud, but you were bare. Your voice was fire, hands were grace, but I could see the cracks you faced. Each lyric bled a private war, each chord confessed a little more. And though the lights dressed you in gold, I felt the parts that turned to cold. Beneath the stage lights you were divine, but I knew the ghost behind each line. You played like love was bulletproof, but bled your truth through every roof. They saw a star, I saw the fight, the woman lost beneath the light. Backstage you lit a cigarette, said every stage holds some regret. You smiled like smoke could hide your scars, like melodies could cage the dark. I held your hand, you pulled away. You loved the dream but not the fray. But I had loved you long before you ever walked through that backstage door. Your heels were cracked, your makeup smeared, the mask was gone, the doubts appeared, and still you rose for one more set, a queen who danced through her regret. Beneath the stage lights they won't see the cost of every harmony. You wore applause like a disguise, but sobbed in silence, no reprise. They loved the show, I loved the night where you broke down beneath the light. We twirled on like time in chains. We chased new highs, ignored the strains. But fame is fire without a friend. It keeps you warm, then burns the end. I tried to pull you back to rest, but you were wired for one more test. And when the lights grew far too bright, you vanished deeper into flight. The final show, the final bow, you smiled like glass, then took the vow. They never knew the pain you nursed, they only knew the chorus first. Now every stage I pass alone still hums your name in undertone, and every mic that screams too loud reminds me how you own the crowd. Beneath the stage lights you still glow, a phantom in the after show. They see your fame in frame marquees. I hear your cry in minor keys. You live for love, you died mid-flight, a soul consumed beneath the light. I write these songs in quiet rooms, with echoes drenched in your perfumes. I sing them soft, I sing them wide, but you're the note I cannot hide. They think I grieve some fallen flame, but I just miss the girl, not fame. The one who joked, who feared the dark, who held her dreams like glowing sparks. I still drive the roads we knew, same rusted signs, same skies of blue. And now the silence hits too hard, like every mile replays the scar. You used to hum with the window down, barefoot curled hair spinning round. You mapped the world with your own hands, while I just drove and made no plans. The glove box holds your mixtape still, scratched and warped but playing well. Track 7 hits, I see your grin, that crooked laugh you'd pull me in. Echoes from the passenger seat, where your ghost and leather meet. You left the sound, you left the heat, but love still lingers incomplete. Every turn, every backbeat, I hear you there beneath the beat. The coffee shop, that roadside inn, where we once danced in second skin. You drew hearts in the fog glass, said forever like it couldn't pass. We fought through towns with names unknown, but never felt the road alone. Even in silence we had sound, a language deep unspoken bound. You traced my hand while I would steer, said home is only when you're near. But home can move and home can die, and now it's just the empty side. Echoes from the passenger seat, in every laugh, in every street. Your voice still rides, though soft and fleet, a ghost trapped up in worn out heat. The air still hums, your heartbeats beat, a song unfinished, incomplete. I passed the cliffs where we once stood. You dared the wind like rebels would. You screamed your name into the void, said love was made to be destroyed. But I believed in slow and true, in every quiet shade of you. And though you burned like a wild flame, you left without a hint of shame. Now highway lights flick past my face, each one a flash of your embrace. I talk out loud like you might hear, but all that answers is the gear. Echoes from the passenger seat, where night and memory always meet. The vinyl's cracked, the rhythm cheats, but still your harmony repeats. I sing but can't admit defeat, you're in the chords I can't delete. I tried to fill the space you left with city lights and fleeting breath, but none could match the way you rode, half chaos, half a secret code. I let them in, but not too far. No one could touch where your hands are, and every road leads back to them, to you, to us, to might have been. So I keep driving toward the dawn, with every trace of you half gone. But rear view mirrors lie too sweet, you're always there in half repeat. Echoes from the passenger seat, not gone, not real, not obsolete. You left a silence so discreet, it sings in cracks beneath the
I found your note inside the case where I kept strings and time misplaced. The ink was faded, edges torn, like every vow we once had worn. You wrote in rhythm, not in rhyme, like music bleeding out of time. Your I still care was underlined, but silence filled the space behind. We never spoke in normal ways. We let guitars and chords convey. You'd hum a thought, I'd catch the tune and turn your tears into monsoon. The verses knew what we both feared, that love looks soft but cuts severe. Still every chorus screamed your truth, more honest than your lips in youth. Letters in the love song, folded in refrain. Your voice inside the melody, my hands inside the rain. Each line we never dared to speak is inked in every bridge and beat. No envelope, no closing part, just lyrics carved from broken hearts. You sent me songs unsigned, unnamed, but I could feel you in the flame. The way the tremble hit the strings, the cracks that shook the way you sing. I'd answer back in minor chords, a language lost without its words. Two songwriters on different ends, still writing as if we were friends. The letters came in melody, your truths disguised in harmony, but deeper down the cracks were wide. We wrote to heal what we denied. Letters in the love song, echoing in pain. You in every metaphor, me behind the chain. You sent goodbyes in whispered tone, and I replied from microphone. We never said the lines direct, but let the rhymes do the defect. Bridge after bridge I tried to mend, the middle eight that wouldn't bend. But every lyric led to you, and every silence felt like truth. You sent a track called Let Me Fall, and I knew then you'd said it all. So I penned back, stay, just breathe, the hook that begged you not to leave. But timing's cruel and fate won't sing the chorus you were promising. So now our ballads haunt the night, two solos lost in fading light. Letters in the love song, strung across the years. Tears behind the power chords, ghosts behind the cheers. We tore it apart, we wrote apart, but shared the ink inside the art. And every time the lights go down, I feel your voice still wrap around. Your bridge returns in every set, a haunting line I can't forget. And though the crowd sings every word, only I know what they heard. Because beneath each clever phrase were shattered nights and reckless days. And in the outro where we fade is where your shadow softly stays. Letters in the love song, sung in present tense, each line a truth we can't dispense. You loved me more than words aloud, but trusted lyrics more than vows. And I, a fool with pen in hand, wrote love too late to understand. Now when I sing, I close my eyes to see your ghost beneath the rise. Not in the front row, not backstage, but inked into my inner page. Letters in the love song, never sealed but sent, a melody of what we meant. So let the music
in a room with no more echoes, where the spotlight lost its flame. There's a chord that still remembers every time you said my name. The mic is cold, the strings are still, but something hums inside the steel, a haunting note that won't retreat, a ghost that walks in soft repeat. You were thunder in the voices, I was silence in the cracks. We stitched fire into chorus and let it burn, then pulled it back. We were louder than forgiveness, bigger than the breath between. But even storms run out of sky, and even love has lost its sheen. Now this is where the power ballad sleeps, in velvet dust and memories we keep. The answer up, but hearts still bleed for every line we didn't need. We screamed our truth to empty seats and carved our fate in minor beats. Now all that's left are silent sweeps in the dark, where the power ballad sleeps. The stage once held our fever, your spotlight eyes, my trembling hand. Each night we built a temple out of melody and strands. You cried in bridges barely sung, I played through nights where strings came undone. We weren't a hit, we weren't a dream, but God, we lit the in-between. You wore your voice like armor, I wore my wounds beneath the sound. We met as sparks inside the tremble, and burned until we both burned out. But even after curtains fall, some notes don't fade, they only crawl. And in the hush between the lights, I still can hear our final fight. This is where the power ballad sleeps, beneath the boards where memory weeps. No standing, oh no last embrace, just verses trapped in empty space. We played the pain, we hit the high, then watched it echo, watched it die. But something deep inside still keeps a fire low, where the power ballad sleeps. No chart could hold what we became, no radio could name that flame. We weren't built for record spins, we were the song that hurts within. Now I walk through silent stages, old set lists marked with tattered pages. And every time a string breaks free, I feel you there still haunting me. I sing to crowds who never knew what we once bled, what we went through. They hear a song, I hear your breath, still warming me through notes
This is where the power ballad sleeps, where passion hides and memory creeps. You left the tour, I stayed behind, still chasing you through every line. I play the chords, the lights go dim, but every song still starts with him, and every bridge still gently weeps. Right here, where the power ballad sleeps. So one last note, then let it fade. Let silence take the love we made. But if someday the stars align and you return with eyes that shine, you'll find me where the echoes live, with everything I had to give. Not in the fame, not in the streets, but in the hush, where the power ballad sleeps.